When I was younger, I remember my mom telling me a story about an atheist friend of hers who nearly got hit by a train while crossing the railroad tracks. Afterwards, the lady told her that she was so grateful to be alive that she thanked. Now, my mother, being very religious, laughed as she recounted the story. Thanked? Thanked who? It does seem rather odd. If we don't thank God, who do we thank? Obviously, we can thank cooks for food, architects and construction crews for housing, etc. But when something out of the blue happens to us of purely natural causes, to whom do we give our gratitude? The universe? Well, you can, but it lacks the consciousness to appreciate the notion. As I thought more about this, it hit me that most Christians who thank God for the good things in their life rarely blame him for the bad. They understand that natural evil in the world just happens. But neither an atheist nor a Christian will say, "My house burned down in a fire the other day and I blamed." Linguistic comedy aside, as human beings we search for a conscious causal agent in everything, but that doesn't mean that there is one. Chance accidents of luck or misfortune do happen, and coincidences happen all the time. Now, while I don't believe in God, my mom was right. It is exceedingly silly to offer thanks to nothing in particular, but it's equally ridiculous to offer thanks to the non-existent. Thanking God for your meatloaf is about as silly as thanking Dumbledore for your acceptance letter to MIT. But does that mean that we shouldn't be grateful? Of course there are extraordinarily lucky things that have happened to our species by natural cause, but we're also surrounded by society, by an entire global community working hard every day to make life a little bit better, improving transportation, housing, education, food, and so much more. Just because natural events occur without a conscious cause for attribution, that doesn't allow for narrow-minded wallowing in selfish entitlement. We are where we are, at least in part, because of everyone else. Nearly every tool you use was built by someone else. Nearly every invention in human history was the mind-child of another genius. We're the beneficiaries of that. We can add to that. That alone is enough to give me pause, enough to stir up in me a deep sense of overwhelming gratitude to the Enlightenment thinkers who paved the way for me to express my views freely, to the scientific giants exploding our collective understanding of the cosmos, to the human rights pioneers who fought so hard for an equal and fair society, to every teacher, trainer, influencer, and mentor who's positively shaped my life. I'm grateful. I'm humbled by that, brought low in the realization that my contribution pales in comparison to the collective intellectual harvest I gluttonously reap, and I want to do more. That drives me. I'm grateful to so many people long dead or who I will never get the chance to meet, people I will never get to personally thank. I may never be able to give back to them, but what little I have to offer, I can pay forward. And maybe, as enough of us invest in this little planet together, we can all make and keep it a world worth being thankful for.